I believe the reason why Senator Haji has brought this bill is because he comes from there. It was amazing to see how our brother, the former governor of Mandera, and even the current governor, and I'm sure Mr. Haji also, that team has done in Mandera what was very, very surprising. And I want to congratulate them because, Madam Speaker, this is a place where you walk in and you see it's a desert, but yet you see what human endeavor can do. You see what people who mean well for their people can do. Madam Speaker, they have planted trees. They have hired women who are disadvantaged because of the environment and the circumstances. And these women are the ones who are actually pouring water on these trees. And as we speak, Madam Speaker, they have done close to 250,000 trees. What was most shocking to us who had never been there is that those trees were specifically picked for the environment under which they were planted. And what shocked me, before we kept talking about the muarubaini, and we were looking at it from the health perspective. And yet, in reality, the muarubaini is a hardened tree. It's a tree that the governor mentioned to us that they actually had to go and pick from Dubai the nursery pieces which they used initially to start the program. Number two, we were shocked also that the county of Mandera has actually set up nurseries for growing those trees, and there was even information which were given that more research is being done so that those trees can grow faster, they can grow better and create a better environment, which it is. Number two, Madam Speaker, I want to say that Kenyans should remember, and indeed the leadership in this House should remember, that the United Nations environmental program is in Kenya. It's in Nairobi. That has been one of the biggest stories since 1979 when they came here the first time, Madam Speaker. And what having UNEP here meant was not that this should be the center where international conferences on the environmental issues are held. Yes, that was one of them. But the second issue was the fact that Kenya as a country was supposed to be a model country. So that when those people are coming internationally to come and see what the UNEP has done in Kenya and what Kenya has done as a member of UNEP, so that we can show them and showcase what we've done. Unfortunately, we didn't succeed, but as you know, Madam Speaker, it is through Her Excellency, the great leader of this country, Madam Wangari Maathai, who saved Karura Forest, who saved Uhuru Park, and many other environmental areas that were supposed to be saved. And yet, of course, Madam Speaker, if you look, the reality is that this bill that has been brought by our brother here is a wonderful bill. I agree with you. The only what we need to increase on or add on is that, Honorable Haji, in other countries, and if we look at the international best practice, they have actually environmental police. These are individuals who don't carry guns. They're given regions. They're given vehicles where they inspect, where they look. This can be deposed at the county governments or at the sub-county, like one of my colleagues has talked about. I also wanted, Honorable Haji, if there's a way where we can begin and start discussing what has been happening in terms of our education on matters environment. You notice the issue of carbon credits has come recently. I'm sure that the university has not been emphasizing deeply and discussing that science and what it means to our environmental protection and support.
When we resume, Senator Onyonka will have 15 minutes to continue with the debate. Honorable Senators, it's now 1 p.m., time to adjourn the House. The Senate therefore stands adjourned until later today, Wednesday, 12 February 2025 at 2:30 p.m.